I need more control in the outcome of what I'm putting my money into.
Well, if you get a chance, I know a great website where you can get some information. liquidpoker.net.
Indeed.
Yeah.
There are quite a few professional poker players from Team Liquid. Poker, I actually don't mind so much. I just haven't really gotten into the swing of that yet. I prefer to play with friends when it's like sit back and casual. In the casino, I feel like everyone's just on the grind. It's so like, it's like aggressive poker. I'd rather just sit around with some friends, have a beer.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a degenerate, man. All right, guys, so we are here in game number 2 with Liquid Sheth and Slayers MMA. We have got Sheth as the red Zerg here at the 2 o'clock position. He's currently down 0-1. Make some noise for Sheth. And in the top position of this map, the Marine Medvac abuser himself. Make some noise for Slayers MMA.
Surprisingly enough, MMA was using Marauder drops to that game, and they were working out swimmingly for him. The Marauders were tanking all of the Zergling damage. That first drop that he did in the main of Sheth killed, I don't know how many Zerglings, additional drones, forced him to pull off of mining time. And we'll have to see if he does that again. I don't think that he's going to go for that super quick medevac style again. But then again, they are close positions by air.
Yeah.
He might try and utilize a similar strategy, but I think Sheth will be ready for it this time around.
Absolutely. The nice thing as well is, even though it is close positions, this area in between the Terran and the Zerg base is naturally going to be littered with overlords. And really, MMA is going to have all of his buildings scouted out. Any medevac that moves out is going to be pre-scouted by Sheth. And Sheth in this game, unlike the previous games, is going to have a very good bead as to what MMA is doing.
Yeah, that's very true. He's going to have a much better idea of what to expect this time around. But that's the beauty of the Slayers Terran builds. They're so adaptable. They have all the different add-ons early on in the game. They have the potential for the quick starport.
Yep.
They have the potential to add multiple Raxes and then do some sort of a timing push against you. I mean, they just have so many different options. And here we see MMA changing it up already, getting a tech lab on his Rax. Probably going to do a Reaper opening here. Sheth picks off an SCV there.
Wow.
And might get out scot-free with his drone. And it's a nice little mental victory in the beginning of the game. Hopefully it doesn't get picked off on its way out.
I think it is going to make its way out of there. So it got a free SCV kill. That's a lucky guy. That's a lucky drone. All right, well, he's going to make his way back. And there's a Reaper on the way out of the barracks, as you said before. 15 hatch opening for Sheth, and a bunker on the way down for MMA. Now, the beauty of this is that bunker is very well placed. The surface area that is allowed for the Lings to really attack it is actually very minimum.
Yeah, I think Sheth is going to be able to stop this, though. Although that SCV getting into the sweet spot right there, that's very lucky on MMA's part.
Yeah.
And it's going to continue to stay in the sweet spot. So denying all this mining time, I don't think that he's going to be able to get the Reaper in there. No, he is forced to cancel, but the Reaper already over there going to have an opportunity to potentially kill a few drones here.
Really good Reaper jump pack micro right there, trying to get away from the Zerglings, trying to find an opportunity, gets to the high ground, starts to blast away at those Zerglings, and now it's going to make its way back over to the Zelnaga Tower.
Wow, we have a second and third Reaper here following up from MMA. He's going very heavy on the Reapers right now.
Yeah.
That's a lot of gas to be investing early on in the game. Hopefully these Reapers pay off for him.
Yep.
Because if they don't do some damage, he's investing a lot.
Well, I'm a big proponent of Terran players actually investing a little bit extra into these Reapers. As a Zerg player, I naturally fear this guy, man. Back in the days, the Reapers were so buff, they're so good. A lot of Terran players stopped using them after they were nerfed, but they're still extremely powerful. Not only do they give you the ability to scout what the Zerg is doing, they just keep you on your back foot as a Zerg.
Yeah, but without speed, they're not really like a viable attack unit. 3, I guess, is the sweet spot for one-hitting drones. He's probably just going to try and in there. He might actually be able to pick off this creep tumor. No, he doesn't head over that way. He's actually staying right there. Sheth does not have enough Lings, and he does not have speed to deal with these Reapers just yet. He has a Queen in the main. That's going to really help to deal with these Reapers. He might actually kill this Queen. Great micro thus far from MMA, but 12 Zerglings, actually 16 Zerglings are about to spawn, and these Reapers might just be worth their investment in forcing that many Lings produced.
Yeah, absolutely, man. He's still killing off drones. He's gotten quite a few. The second Reaper is going to go down. Third Reaper goes down, but just forcing the Zerg to produce 20+ Lings, certainly a heavy cost investment. And yeah, Sheth did hold on right there. He could have taken a lot more damage.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful micro right there from MMA. Now he is working up towards getting that starport. He just finished his factory. Going to drop a starport immediately. So we're going to see a quick starport again. This is actually before adding any reactors onto his Raxes. And it's before Stim as well. He just finished Combat Shield, but there might be enough Lings to actually get in here and get a surround. I think there are. Sheth's going to be able to pick off the Marines and force him back up the ramp.
That is a huge blow right there, and I'm surprised MMA wasn't prepared. He saw all those Lings come out to deal with the Reapers earlier on, and I really like how Sheth said, you know what, I just took some damage. I have all these Lings in the middle of the field. They're worthless just sitting around. Let's go for a counter and see what I can do. And look, he's delaying that orbital for so long. MMA's having to buy, he has to buy time. He's got to produce all of his units out of these production facilities. He has no reactors, unlike the previous game. So the Marines come out extremely slowly. And the longer this orbital command is up in the air, one of the less mana you make as a Terran player.
Yeah, I think that Sheth might actually be able to hold this contained for longer than he thinks if he grabbed a Baneling Nest. Like you said, no reactors, Marine reinforcement time, well, at least the reinforcement time is going to be the same, but the sheer numbers are going to be quite different. He needs to get...
Zergling.
Yeah, the lonely Zergling.
Yep.
Finally gets taken out there. He will land that orbital. I never understood why orbitals couldn't just land on top of Lings.
That Zergling decided to commit suicide rather than get crushed by an orbital.
Very true. Now, is he going to push out here, or is he just going to sit back and continue to macro up here? I don't think he has enough Marines right now to even hold the natural.
He needs to get his units down the ramp right now. There is a possibility the Lings could run up if MMA doesn't raise those supply depots, but it looks like Sheth not going to commit, just playing a little bit here. And there is a medevac drop going on in the main as well. So MMA doing what he does best. He is so good with these medevacs, and he's picked off 2 overlords already, putting the Zerg in the red by 8 supply, and he can pull out of here with a quick win.
Yeah, but the thing is MMA's macro this game isn't nearly as good as it was in the game previous. He's actually down 58 to 70 supply right now, whereas in the previous game he was ahead considerably. The natural getting denied, and then again the harassment at the natural, and he might actually lose this drop here in the main if he's not paying attention.
Great micro there. He popped off the Queen Pain, and then he went ahead and loaded up all the Marines inside of the medevac. So he's doing a great job right now, just keeping the Zerg on his toes, and we've seen this time and time again. MMA is such a good medevac user.
Yeah, he loves his medevacs. And he's very good at abusing the Zerg and knows where to drop the Marines.
Medevac Abuser, man. That is his name, his acronym. That's what it stands for.
MMA, Marine Medevac Abuser.
That's what it is.
I like that. I can roll with that. Stim is now finished, so the effectiveness of these drops is upped considerably right now. Sheth still has some units there hiding in the main to deal with the drop, so he'll be okay in that regard. He's also getting a Baneling Nest now.
Ooh, I like the position of that siege tank. It really is going to give him a forward position to start to leave Marines in the middle of the map, control the center, and of course get that Xel'Naga tower. Now he is stimming up his Marines once again. He hasn't lost a single Marine yet. There goes a couple of them going down, but he's been so far very cost efficient. Look, only losing a single Marine in that medevac abuse.
Yeah, he's playing very well right now. Trading cost effectively, like you said, a lot of Lings going down there for Sheth, but Sheth is definitely okay right now. He hasn't sustained enough damage that he's not going to be able to recover from this. He is floating 800 gas right now, though. I'm not sure what he's going to spend.
He's actually saving up for the Mutalisks that are about to pop out.
There we go.
Spire.
He's going to grab 8 Mutas right now.
9 Mutas.
Is he going to be able to get some harassment done? Probably. There aren't any turrets up for MMA right now. He's a little bit late on that. We are at the 12-minute mark. Still no turrets up, and no third yet from MMA as well.
Yeah, I like how Sheth is going with that traditional Zerg style rather than going with the Stefano +1/+1. Early Lings, he's gone with Ling Bling into Muta, which is so good on this map with the given spawn positions. I really do like it. The Mutalisks, not only will they be able to harass MMA's main, but they can harass from the high ground up here and pick off medevacs, pick off Marines, and pick off tanks. Now, those Mutalisks are out on the field pane, and it looks like Sheth maybe going around the backside here, maybe anticipating that move out of forces on the bottom.
Yeah, he might indeed, and now that he has this Mutaflock, he can really start to control the airspace and shut down some of these drops because he can actually get rid of the medevacs finally. MMA is not going to be able to abuse that Marine pickup and drop micro anymore.
Really well done right there by MMA.
Ooh, MMA adding Marauders into the mix already. That's interesting. Or maybe he just has a single Marauder just because. Doesn't want to be...
He's the flag bearer.
He's the flag bearer, all right. Now he has this tank alone in mid here. Needs to be careful. There's a huge pack of Lings. Sheth just testing the waters, poking in and out a little bit there, trying to figure out exactly what MMA has, and I don't think he wants to have anything to do with it.
Well, it looks like Sheth maybe gearing up to go for the third, but unfortunately for him, there is no third expansion there quite yet. And MMA is still playing on 2 bases. He's just now getting that orbital command up, whereas Sheth has already secured his third. He's about to get +1 flyer attacks, Payne. So that is actually quite interesting. He's going to try to get those early Mutalisk Glaveworm plus upgrades going. And those Mutalisks are flying into the main now, are possibly going to pick off this supply depot at the perimeter of the Terran's main, and he's probably going to be forced out of there.
It's weird that we don't actually have any reactors yet from MMA. Surprising. He's just adding additional Raxes instead of adding the reactors that we so commonly see from Team Slayers.
Whoa, look at this, Payne. We have a little bit of clockwork action here as MMA is pushing down the center of the map. With Sheth going around the backside, he could go for a run by the supply depots get raised up at the last second. Beautiful reaction from MMA. Those Zerglings have to take the long route around, but MMA is going to pull back here to deal with the Lings rather than going in for the all-out counterattack. No, he's changing his mind again, realizing that the Lings are probably going to be dispatched by his reinforcements and the bunker. He is going to collide headlong into the Zerg army, and both of them are just in each other's faces. The tanks siege up, the tanks are out of position. Sheth is doing a lot of damage here, but does he have enough Banelings to kill off the rest of the Marines?
Yeah, but he certainly slowed down the push. It's going to buy him time to get additional reinforcements. He killed all of the tanks as well, and you know, I think Sheth came out way ahead there. The counterattack really killed quite a few SCVs, and it stifled MMA, forced him to question his decision-making. He turned around, went back in once again, so all in all, I think Sheth's in a great spot here.
Yeah, I really like how Sheth did that kind of two-pronged attack. He killed off several SCVs. He's going back in with the Mutalisks once again as the Marines are out of position, forces a stim out of them and picks off a couple of SCVs as well. Sheth has such a large Mutaflock here. He's doing a lot of damage. He's lost one Mutalisk, but hey, this is so worth it for all the SCVs he's killed.
Yeah, he's taking out so many SCVs. Oh my
goodness. Look at all the SCVs going down, and he's poised to take out the altar there.
I really don't know if MMA can recover from this.
I don't think so either.
We are approaching deep water for MMA right now. He is at 17 SCVs to the 67 drones of Sheth right now. Sheth doing an amazing job here in Game 2.
He is manhandling MMA right now. This is unbelievable. He's just making it look like taking candy away from a baby.
No, he is making it look easy, that's for sure. I'm very excited, you know, to see Sheth playing like this. This is phenomenal Zerg play here. Another drop in the bottom left-hand corner. Sheth just sending a few units over there, kind of randomly land a Baneling onto those Marines and take out this medevac.
Yeah, I thought he just detonated right there, but you know, MMA is trying to get back in this game in whatever way he can, and really as a Terran player at this point, I think you'll agree with me, the only way to get back is to start being abusive with your medevacs, trying to pick off the drone count, and keeping the Zerg economy on par with your own, because the Zerg is so far ahead at this point. And MMA is trying to do that, but it's just running into Sheth's forces everywhere he goes.
Well, I would agree with you, except in the situation we're in, Sheth's army is so much bigger than MMA's. MMA can't really afford to move out. He has to play a super defensive, super passive style and just continue to add siege tanks, maybe even add a few bunkers here, because I think if Sheth wanted to, he has the potential to maybe just kill MMA outright.
Yeah, well, we may just see that, man. Here comes the Lings and Blings. There's so many, and the Mutalisks are flying around the back of the main. This is really going to test MMA and put him to the fullest extent. Will he be able to keep some forces in the main to deal with the Mutalisks, all the while securing his third expansion? This is quite a situation for MMA.
Oh, God, and the Mutas make their way into the natural, killing a few fresh mules. And he's actually going to pick off these Marines.
Sheth is actually committing with the Mutas there. He lost quite a few, but hey, he killed off all the anti-air. More units are now coming out. And Sheth being a little bit bold and maybe a little cavalier perhaps with his Mutas definitely diminished his flock. But he's keeping the hurt on MMA.
Yeah, he really is. Now adding additional Mutas into the flock.
56 workers.
He might be able to pick off the third here. He's coming in with a ton of Banelings. Is he going to suicide those on the command center? No. He's actually going to use them to take out some of these siege tanks. He will get that orbital. MMA does not lift it off, and that is huge.
Wow.
I'm really surprised, actually, that he did not lift off that orbital. That's a very big deal right now.
Yeah, MMA not seeming like he's playing at 100%. A couple more Mutalisks going down, but Sheth can't afford to lose these Mutas here or there at this point. He has so many forces on the map. Look at that powwow of Zerglings. They're going to go around the tanks and Marines, and that has got to be all she wrote. MMA with the GG. Wow.
Sheth ties it up in game 2, bringing our series 1-1. So we're going to have a third and final tiebreaker game here between Manor Bear and his opponent, MMA from Team Slayers.
Well, in a couple of moments, we're going to go into the third and final match of this series. Both of these guys showing how good of a StarCraft 2 player they really are, how much talents they have. MMA, I think in that last game maybe fell apart a little bit. And don't get me wrong, Sheth played really well, but I think MMA's hesitation when there was Lings inside his main, and it's natural, and he couldn't decide what he wanted to do, I think he kind of fell apart there.
Yeah, and Sheth also kind of picked him apart. His Muta harass was brilliant. He killed so many SCVs multiple times throughout that game. It was kind of surprising that MMA never put up a turret wall in his main or in his natural.
That's a good point.
Yeah, he was trying to hold it with strictly Marines. And that's not ever going to work out because every time you push out,
you have to fall back.
You have to continue to fall back. And Sheth did a great job, you know, forcing MMA to move his army out with the Lings and Banelings on the left side of the map, and then he kept bringing his Mutas in around the top of the main, and just killed so many SCVs with the Mutaflock.
Well, we've said this time and time again, Metalopolis is certainly a map where Zergs can feel at home. It's such a good map to flank around, to make certain maneuvers work. And if you ever get into a base race situation with a Terran player where you take one road and the Terran player takes the other road, a lot of times the Zerg is going to come out ahead.
It's very true. And recent stats show that, you know, with cross-spawn on Metalopolis, I think it's
like 70%?
I think it's like 60-65% Zerg favorite, which is still pretty considerable.
That's really high.
Yeah.
I mean, just to give you guys a point of reference, 60% win rate is something like what Boxer would have, and that would over lifetime career stats, and that would be considered very, very good.
Yeah, no doubt about it, especially in a game like StarCraft, where the skill pool is so diverse and everybody's so good that anybody can take a game off of anybody on any given day, really. But it's all about that consistency, and we're going to have to see in this game 3 here who can finish it off. They're waiting on the veto right now from Sheth. They're not sure which map he wanted to veto before MMA ultimately picks his map.